What it would be, today we are giving a deeper look at my full collection. Sort of a deeper look. Anyways, though, today, like as I just said, we're gonna have a more in-depth look at my collection and kind of just show you guys the whole room and even some things that aren't in the room. So let's get to it, anyways. Alright folks, before we go into the room and give a bit more of an in-depth look, I thought I'd show you guys some of the things I don't have in my room that I can't quite fit in here, and just thought these things are kind of cool and still have them out. Obviously you got Vicente here, you got a Pac here, and some plushies obviously, but yeah. You also have right over here a Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, really underrated movie, had the Blu-ray and the mask right there, some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, just some games to play when people are over, you know, thought those were just really cool, especially since some of those from my childhood. Got my sports teams over there and just some random junk I need to fucking pick up and put away. Got my small little anime section here, and yeah, some of those were gifted to me. And my tiny little manga section, obviously got my Ochiki, fucking Uzaki-chan, and a couple other just random little things. Some Nindroids and from Infinite Stratos and whatnot. My little Tiger Mask collection there. And yeah, man. Yeah, so right behind the door here, we actually have just a little hat rack. So nothing too crazy with these. There's a couple of cool, really cool pins on some of these, like this Pikachu one. I forget the dude's name, but basically he makes pins like in this style of scorpion with some type of, you know, person decapitated with their spine still attached. But this one's obviously a Pikachu on the Pikachu hat. I just thought it was really cool. This one I especially love. It was to celebrate, you know, the Ash finally becoming the champion of best Pokemon player, whatever the hell it is. And Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? He became the finally the champion of that. And it's also kind of paying an homage to Kobe when he was when he won the trophy and he was literally just in the bathroom sitting like that. Kind of a sad reasoning behind that, especially considering that you know, main reason he was kind of like that was because he wasn't talking to his parents, and his parents didn't talk to him up until basically his death. They did not at all, were not on all speaking terms. So a bit of a sad pin right there to a certain point. Obviously got a Pac right here with, and then you got a Shaggy and Snoop, Shaggy and Scooby all hide the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? And this is a really cool hat actually right here. This one is probably the coolest one I have. This one was given to me by my homie Oscar. It's a Represent hat, which is like Nate and Nick Diaz's brand, if you guys know who they are. Basically, they were UFC fighters, MMA fighters just in general. But they have their own brand that's called like Represent. They did a little like Ghost Face one. I'm not even sure if they had permission to do that, but I mean, I don't really give them too much of a shit. Besides that, I think we have the sword right here, which is from Zabuza from Naruto. A couple of autographs here, as you guys can see. You got the standout ones, probably being obviously the Eminem Kamikaze one, Bret Hart, you know, Chuck Liddell, and people probably wondering who the fuck this guy is. That is the Chupacabra. He's a little indie wrestler that I went to go see one time. It's a local show here, and I just thought he was really cool, so I got his autograph, which was completely free, by the way. Super dope guy. After the show, like, all of them were like doing autographs and stuff, and he gave me that one for free. I couldn't believe it. I actually ended up buying a t-shirt off of him, and even with the t-shirt, I was actually a couple dollars short, and he actually did us a favor, or did me a favor, I should say, and he's letting it go for the amount that I had, which was super nice of him. Super nice dude. So yeah, also a little Curry Man autograph here. Probably the only thing that isn't autographed here is this little Wednesday print that I got off of Etsy. So hopefully eventually I can get that signed by one of the Wednesday actors. Would prefer it to be from the live action movies. I forget which one, what they're called. I think one of them is just called The Addams Family, and the other one's called Addams Family Values. I'd prefer that actress though, but yeah. Also on the Zabuza sword, we have this little knockoff Kakashi Ninja Warrior like wristband thing. Next to that though, obviously above the closet, we have this little Itachi, like dressed as a dog, I think is what he is. Plus my little, I like to call them my gang bears, even though like I just added the bandanas myself. This was something that I think was just at Hot Topic, and I kind of liked it, just bought it. I've actually worn this out before, got plenty of stares for it. It's kind of funny. I was gonna, fucking hell. One of the funniest things about this, at least to me, is if you wear anything feminine, you will piss older people off. Like anything remotely feminine at all, you piss older people off. So yeah, kind of a funny thing. You got this little Lurking Class bag right here as well. Lurking Class is a brand I fuck with a whole lot. Honestly, they're probably one of the only clothing brands that I would want to be sponsored by if I could, which I sincerely ever doubt I will be. But, you know, it is what it is. Fuck with them, though. You got a little micro baller. You have some wrestling figures that are signed here. Obviously, you got the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania mystery figures. And got the Sandman over here, which is like a knockoff figure that's signed by him. Then just above this, you have this comic book, which, sorry, it's just kind of getting the sun is kind of stopping it from being seen, which is a Muhammad Ali versus Superman, like oversized comic book. The original is like super expensive, so I found this the other day and was just like, yeah, I want that because I've never actually read the story. Just below that, you have my, Jesus Christ, this thing does not want to stand all of a sudden. You got my Joker and my little Batman section here. This gun back here is actually given to me by my homie Josh a couple years ago. So thank you to him. I know you be watching my videos and shit. So appreciate the gun and also appreciate you watching my videos, man. But yeah, you got my Joker figures. Obviously, you got like 1/6 figures. Most of these aren't like really worth too much. You got a little custom 1/12 of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. And yeah, you got the Amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn I've picked up as of recently, not too long ago. Oh, and we also got the Homer Simpson Mexico knockoff Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I thought that one was kind of cool. Below that, we have the Suicide Squad McFarlane set and the Blu-ray behind them. Sorry about the light not being too great down here. There just isn't much I can do. Just besides that, you have the Spawn with the Marilyn Manson Long Road Out of Hell Spawn CD, which is just like 4 different versions of that song for some reason. I just found that at a store and I thought it was really cool. Little Superman figurine here. I think that's from the Death of Superman of the DCEU animated version. And then you have my tiny little Marvel section here. You got Venom Blu-ray in the back, a Venom pool, Woman Deadpool, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse I think that's what it's called, right? But then below that, you got some more McFarlane figures. Obviously, some of these have been knocked down. Main reason they're knocked down is because my dog loves to come in here with me. He sleeps in here at night, so he loves to come and try and for some reason knock shit down there. Next to here, though, we have my kind of wrestling autograph Funko Pop little section here. So you got Rob Van Dam, Asuka, Ted DiBiase, and besides that, you got my little New Jack section here. Never actually met him in person. I don't have his autograph up here. I do have one of him, but I'm planning on sending that out to PSA. And behind it, you actually have Backyard Wrestling 2 graded, which it is a 9.8 A+. Yeah, folks. But besides that, like I said, you got the autograph Funko Pops here, and you got a Warzone on Nintendo 64 with like a custom plastic like cover on it. Just I remember playing that game as a kid on the N64, so I thought it would go great up there. By the way, when I met Rob Van Dam, oh my god, dude, nothing he did negatively or anything like that. Before someone thinks that, just meeting him, if you ever meet him, bro, when you shake his hand, he has the largest hands ever. Like, people say like I have large hands, which like they're not completely wrong. Like the smallest ring I wear, this little pinky one, literally like doesn't fit on some people's fingers, like their largest fingers. Like they can maybe put it onto their thumb a little bit, but like I do have rather large fingers, but oh my fucking goodness, are his hands large, bro. And that's coming from me, so I'm just like, when I met him and I shook his hand, I was just like, holy fuck. Again, Rob Van Dam was a super nice guy. I met Kurt Angle as well. I've met all these dudes except Oscar, and I obviously never met New Jack. I do have his autograph, though. I bought it off his website before his unfortunate passing. You know, rest in peace to New Jack. But like, Kurt Angle was an awkward meeting just because like it was like one of my first times going to a con, and I didn't know what to really say to him, so it was just kind of like a hi, and like a bye thing, because I didn't pay for a photo with him either. With Rob Van Dam, I very much did. But like, Jesus Christ, bro, Rob Van Dam, again, with those goddamn hands, bro. Kurt Angle just kind of looked pissed off when I remember meeting him. I'm not sure if I did something or there was something that happened that just pissed him off, but he just looked like he wanted to suplex my ass. Anyways, just below that, we have my little Undertaker section here. Excuse the dust, y'all. I don't really like dusting, and as y'all can see, some of my little figurines have gotten knocked down, as y'all can see. Well, the subject doesn't want to come back up, so we're just gonna leave them like that. But yeah, quite a bit of elite Undertakers. You got like the monster figure in the front there. He kind of stands out a whole lot, including the Ghostbusters one as well, the Donatello one, and this Mexican like piggy bank of him that I really like. I got at a flea market, if I'm not wrong. Then you got one of the little wrestling buddies here, which was like from a Burger King, which I remember having as a kid. One of these little slinky guys, I forget what these rubber guys are called, that I got in a 99-cent store, and they were like little mystery packs, and I just happened to get him, so that was pretty cool. Little micro cane over there, and little tombstones and other little tiny figurines around, as y'all can see. Just below that, my two favorite wrestlers are Undertaker and Rey Mysterio, so obviously I have whole sections dedicated to them, which admittedly I'm probably not going to be buying any more figures of them just because I want to somewhat diversify my collection with getting other people in it. So Undertaker and Rey Mysterio are kind of taking a backseat as of now, even though this knockoff over here I fucking love. I think I've talked about this figure in particular and this one over here before, how I used the knockoff figures pants that I got from other figures. So those two really stand out to me. You got his WCW figure, one of the only official figures with him without a mask, even though he is actually going to get a Mattel release without the mask on, with him with like devil horns, which is how he used to show up. And yeah, you also got the Latino World Order here. This is just kind of a little fantasy thing. Obviously Rey Mysterio now runs Latino World Order, at least on WWE, and Eddie Guerrero used to run it on like WCW. Los Matadores and the El Torito were actually never in it, obviously, but just like, to me, if I was to ever do my own little wrestling stop motion show, pick fed I guess is what people call it, this would be, one of my factions would definitely be Latino World Order, and Los Matadores and El Torito would be with Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. Below that, we have my legends, is what I like to call this little section here. So obviously it's pretty packed in here. I can't really name every single dude, or else we're gonna be here for fucking 5-10 minutes and stuff, man. So but yeah, man, I mean, there's a good amount of people in here. I guess the standout would be like that Custom El Santo. You got a couple of you got that Ultimate Razor there, that Storm Collectible Jushin Thunder Liger, and all of these guys, man. A lot of people. For the most part, I somewhat try to have it like in chronological order, I should say. But I mean, with some of them, it's just like with these guys, they're just so big, I kind of have to put them there. And then at the end, I try to put all my Samoan guys to have like the Samoan Dynasty. But then you just kind of get Hornswoggle because I didn't want them in the back, because everyone else would just be covering him essentially, so there'd be no point of having them. Just below that, though, you just have some more modernish guys and some of my more favorite dudes. throughout the company. So towards the beginning, you have some AEW figures and stuff. Then you get into like some Finn Balor, and you get into all these other dudes. Obviously, you got another Roman down here just because he is one of my more favorite dudes. You got a custom New Jack there as well, and you got that random skeleton boss fight studio like a wrestling guy. Below that, you have a Rikishi autograph. I met him back in like 2019, 2018. It was a super cool dude. I got him to write I Did It for The Rock on that finishing move figure. Obviously, him hitting Stone Cold in the car. And then you got this another luchador that I met at the same wrestling show I met the Chupacabra at. This was definitely not for free. Not hating on the dude or anything like that. I mean, get your money. But yeah, it was a pretty cool thing, man. And but just behind that, you have a Scott Steiner signed figure. I think I met him 2021, 2022, something around there. And you got a figure. Obviously, you got a Jeff Dunham signed Funko Pop as well. And yeah, man. Obviously, got a little Walter plushie here. The bookshelf next to it, you have my Scooby-Doo section here, folks. And yeah, Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite shows of all time. That and South Park, which we'll get into in just a moment. But yeah, this is all my Scooby-Doo stuff. You got that whole like mansion DVD set back there. Little Mystery Machine remote control car. I really love. Honestly, I kind of want to do a video where we race remote control cars with my buddies and stuff. I think that's a video I'm probably going to do eventually. Just below that, you get more Scooby-Doo stuff. You got the 2 games in 1 based off the 2 live-action movies that were released. And definitely want to get that graded eventually. I'm hoping to do that sometime this year to send that game out and 2 other games that I have. That I've been talking about doing for such a long time, but I just never done it. Money's just somewhat like an issue. Like I'll say I want to do something, but then I end up buying something and it's just like, oh well, I don't have the money to do that no more. Just below that though, we got the South Park stuff. We got my 4 plushies, which ironically I bought all 4 of these just in a bundle at a thrift store, even though 2 of these belong in a different set. As you can see, these ones kind of have a different style to them, have a different feel. As you can kind of see, the shimmer on them. They belong actually in a different set than the Stan and Kenny, but I'm personally not gonna bother to try and be like, oh, I need the correct set that they belong in. To me, it just is what it is. Got a little pin on the Kenny one of oh my god, they killed Kenny, you bastards, and it says number 5, so I'm assuming that's the 5th death he's ever had. It's kind of funny. The Funko Pops behind it, as you can see, there's a couple missing. Essentially what I want to do is I want to get all the Funko Pops based off the Stick of Truth episodes / the game, just because I'm a super big fan. Obviously below that you have the Fractured Funko Pop, so you got like Kenny as Mysterion and so on and so forth. That's why you have the PS4 games over here of Fractured and the Stick of Truth. Also South Park Bigger Longer Than Cut, and this Butters pack, just basically a bunch of episodes with Butters, and it's supposed to look like his journal box to a certain point. It even comes with a couple little cool things inside. I really like this damn thing. It just really embodies Butters' character, since he's like very much the only kid in South Park that kind of acts like a kid. It's kind of funny. Below that, you get into more South Park stuff. Got some more Funko Pops, obviously. You got the Goth Kids. I am missing Bayonetta. I need to get her eventually as well. And yeah, pretty much that's everything here. This little TV actually plays like South Park clips, but I think it's dead as of now. I got it on clearance for like 2, 3, 4. I think it was like $5 actually. But yeah, I definitely wasn't gonna pay full price for that. The only other thing that I could somewhat make of use of it is like if I'm doing a stop motion and I want there to be a TV, I can definitely just put that there. So below that though, you got even more South Park Funko Pops, and you have the boy band box set from the Finger Bang episode, obviously. I had the Funko Pops with these guys originally, but then I think I got these figures and I was like, I don't need 2 things that represent the same exact episode, so I just got rid of the Funko Pops. I thought the box of all 4 of them being in together made it a bit cooler. And yeah, obviously got the Terrence and Phillip chases as well. Mr. Garrison, Chef. I also do have a Chef DVD. I don't know where the hell that is. I thought I had a Chef DVD that was sealed, actually. Could have swore that was here. I don't quite know where it went, though. But yeah, keep going, and we got more South Park Funko Pops, and then just some other crap that I've stored there. I think it's just a beanie of Ghostface, yep, and a random sock for some reason that my dog was probably trying to eat. We got Mighty Mouse, number 1, and Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, number 1. A autograph of, I forget, the Batman animated show. A Myochiki clock of Subaru, and that was gifted to me by my homie Abraham. Thank you, Abe. This Lucha Libre Mexicano poster, which was made to advertise the show, and is actually signed by Rey Mysterio Sr. May he rest in peace. If you guys don't know, Rey Mysterio Sr. was basically the original Rey Mysterio, who was actually his uncle, but Rey Mysterio took on Rey Mysterio Jr., the guy that I have a bunch of figures of, is actually like, again, that's his nephew, but a lot of people got that confused when Senior died, but yeah, bit of a confusion thing, but may he rest in peace, man. And obviously, you always have, obviously, the fuck am I talking about, obviously? It's also signed by Juventud Guerrero and Psychosis. And then besides that, we got some more random things. Got a little Triple Cobra figure there, the skeleton on like that horse, kind of like a deaf guy. And then you got a Jaws or Bruce, whatever you want to call him. Little G.I. Joe wolf under that. A Yeti. Hold on one second, folks. Then you got the Yeti as well right there. The Santa Claus, the Barbarian Santa Claus, and you got the Coca-Cola bear killing the shit out of Pepsi Man. And besides that, folks, we have this big horror poster that's signed by like 2 different people. Obviously, you can't really see it. But you have the Dracula bust in front of it there. And then you have those 2 masks there. This is just kind of my horror section. As you can see, quite a few masks. A Ghostface figure in front of it. That American Werewolf from London figure. Got that stand for it off of Etsy. Just really, really cool. Man's Best Friend promotional collar there on just like a Tibetan Mastiff plushie, because that's the type of dog he was. Really, really obscure horror movie. If you've not watched it, I mean, I think it's just stupid fun. I'd watch it if I was you. Especially if you just got some free time. Man's Best Friend. El Santo. Count Chocula. The complete Chucky set up till recently, I think. And also a Predator Blu-ray of one of the more recent movies. I forget the name of it exactly, but I know a lot of people hated it. Above that, though, we have most of my, well, I shouldn't say most, pretty much all my horror figures. So we have the retro cloth sections, what I like to call it. So obviously you got like Victor Crawley, you know, Michael Myers, you know, Season of the Witch 3, or Halloween Season of the Witch, I should say. Elvira right in the front. Then above, next to that, we have the Ultimate section and just kind of a mixture of other horror figures. So we have all the Puppet Master figures I have so far. There's a couple I'm missing now, and as you can see, one of my guys is missing their hat, and my other dude is missing his gun, since these fuckers always fall and kind of piss me off. Besides that, though, we got that Megan figure and that Chucky that I really, really love. I love both of those figures a whole lot. And you get up and you get Freddy, you know, Leatherface, you got the Killer Clowns, Hannibal Lecter, you know, a couple other guys, and you know, you got the Xenomorph, the Predator, right on top as well. By the way, the things that they're standing in front of are comic books that are just in frames. It's actually Halloween Night Dance, and then there's also one other one which is like it's a weird cover of like Wednesday with a Ghostface. Just thought those were really cool, but I wanted them to be the backdrop for my horror stuff, so yeah. Besides that, though, you got the Universal black and white. Oh shit, I completely forgot this section right here. So you got Halloween and Ghostface figures, essentially. And obviously you got those infamous custom head Ghostface figures and those infamous NECA figures. One of my most viewed videos on my channel, and just hate those figures overall still to this day. Jesus, man, like, I'm glad they got me so many views, but I hate those fucking figures. Or I should say I'm grateful for all those views. Next to that, we have my black and white Universal Monsters. Obviously still looking to complete that set. I'm looking to do nothing but the black and white versions. I don't particularly want, I'm not too crazy about like the full-on color ones. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but just like personally I just much rather have all of them in the exact same way, and the black and the white just to me feels a whole lot cooler. Next to that, we have my Jason section, which is filled with a shit ton of customs. And most of the NECA releases, I think I'm missing a few. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm planning on making or getting a figure for essentially every single movie. So quite a few that I still need to go for. I think I'm missing like maybe 3, 4. Still need to get that Pamela Voorhees retro claw figure that's worth like $500. I'm not sure when I'm gonna pick that up. I hope I can pick that up some fucking how. But yeah, man. But let's move on from there. And somewhat to the bed, I guess. My bed's been overfilled with stuffed animals, as we can see. You got a Scooby-Doo, got a Ray Ray, this penguin, which I'm probably gonna get rid of, this monster, which I really like, that skeleton over there, the bat behind it, Chucky, little cat doing some middle fingers, and yeah, man. But back to over here, you got that knockoff Monster Flicks. It's called the Boogeyman, but it's basically Ghostface, obviously. An original drawing from Braystar that was used in the show. Couldn't believe how cheap I got that for. That thing was crazy. Below that, you got a Lucha Mania International t-shirt that's signed by El Santo and the Rayo de Jalisco and Super Parca. And yeah, man, I just love that thing. I can't believe I have that. You got a Nightmare on Elm Street chopsticks. Pennywise Tim Curry autograph. Then next to that, we have my what I like to call my 5.5/retro little action figure display. So obviously you got like Snake Mountain, you got Braystar up there, you know, whatnot. And obviously you got a lot of action going on. You know, you got Braystar putting a hole in Kane over there. You got Macho Man beating the absolute shit out of Ultimate Warrior. Muscle Mug getting socked by fucking Street Shark over there. And in the back you have somewhat of a Halloween reference. Obviously you got the Savage World Halloween figure, but that's kind of a reference to the Bob Kill from the original movie. And also next to that you have a Street Shark getting his arm cut off by the Jason, because I haven't got the new figure. That was a 3D printed figure that just broke on me, so instead of getting rid of it or gluing it back on, I just kind of did that with it. I decided to be a little bit more creative with it, so yeah. Obviously you get more into this stuff, and you know, Tupac shooting someone over here, Hordak riding a dragon, which eventually I plan on getting the She-Ra right here on a unicorn and putting her up against Hordak, since that was mainly her villain in the show. Got that custom Vegeta there, and one of my favorite things about that, with that Vegeta with the stuff I bought for him, well, there they go. You got this effect going on, and then not only that, but you can actually, obviously it lights all the way up and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. You got the actual retro Street Shark, the car that is actually the original one, that because Mattel hasn't released a newer version of it. At least I don't think they have. And obviously got like my custom style He-Man there. I am missing a Batman. That's why Bathound doesn't have Batman on him. I am planning on trying to make like a custom Batman in the origin style. I have all the parts for it. I just kind of need a a drill. And yeah, Ernest over here, you know, Undertaker chopping off Hulk Hogan's head, and it kind of makes sense in recent times if you've heard. You saw Hulk Hogan got booed the shit out of, so kind of like that. I've had that set up for a while though. Mike Tyson absolutely knocking someone the fuck out. This fucking what's the dude's name? Trapjaw trying to shoot at Scooby-Doo, and Orko over here, and then you have Tila fucking slicing open Jujitsu's fucking throat right there. Got another person over here trying to climb up Castle Grayskull. What the fuck am I talking about? And obviously you got the Sorcerers up here, and you got Sunman over there, which I just kind of have him there because I'm not sure what to do with him yet. I had already had one of his figures, but I used it to make this custom Mike Tyson over here. So yeah, man. Just below this though, you have my other bookshelf of my boxing UFC guys, and obviously you saw it fell earlier. You got GSP here. All right, we're back. The figures are all set back up. So obviously got my UFC/boxing guys with the Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson there. You got Superman, Muhammad Ali. Obviously they had a whole matchup that they had in the comic books and stuff. Chun-Li and King over here for duking it out. Got the Simpsons, Mike Tyson over there basically. And just behind them you have a Tekken DVD. It's an animated movie. I think it's called Tekken 4 or something like that. But overall I just really like that film, and I thought it would fit in here. Because this is all supposed to be like I like to call it my alpha male shelf. Because these are all dudes that I would probably use in my stop motions with that. I haven't continued that series on in such a long time though. I think I might try and pick it back up, but I don't know. Just below that though, we have my video game section. So you got this Shadow the Hedgehog signed copy by the voice actor of Shadow and of Sonic, actually singing these voices, man. Yeah, man, got a God of War collector's edition statue. Unfortunately, my bow broke on Atreus. When I was moving into my last place, I think that happened. It's been unfortunate, but I see that it's a pretty common thing with these figures. Apparently, this bow just wasn't made that sturdy, so at least it's not just me that had it happen to it. You got my little Mario Kart figurines over here, which were given to me by my mother. These are like old McDonald's toys and stuff. Just thought they were kind of cool. Got Teddy Lyrius and King Toons in the back as well. Just two gaming YouTubers I really fuck with. So you also got a Conker's Bad Fur Day YouTubes in the back over here, just behind everything. But yeah, just below that we got my music. So like my rap / rock stuff, as you guys can see. Let me try and get a better angle here. But yeah, you got a couple of different Funko Pops. You got the original Tupac there, the B Rabbit, and Lil Wayne. You got the Slim Shady fucking, what the fuck is it called? The Slim Shady Show bobblehead over there. Got quite a few things, you know, the corn doll, the Michael Jackson Figma figure, Green Day, and you know whatnot. Just below that we have the a PVC figure collection of like Old Dogs Go to Heaven, Rockadoodle, and a couple other just random things. Got a He-Man, a Brave Star figure, a Megatron all the way in the back, and an Arthur plushie, alongside a Blade and a random little ninja, just because those were always ninjas that I remember getting at like the laundromat and stuff like that. But yeah. And besides that, man, I mean, you have my little knockoff wrestling figure section here. My little controller holders, a couple little different Halloween decorations that I just like to keep out just because I feel like it fits the room vibe. And then you got my Pennywise Funko Pop collection, besides the Chase Georgie that I'm missing. And then just some Pennywise Funko Pops, which I've gotten rid of a shit ton because I had way too many, so I had to get rid of more. You got my Addams Family section, which missing 2 Funko Pops there, but you also have the VHS from when they met Scooby-Doo. Unfortunately, like, you never see any DVD. We've never had a DVD release for a while. You actually couldn't watch it by any means besides illegal ways up until I think they put it on like Hulu now. Whoever the fuck owns Scooby-Doo now, they have it on their streaming website. But besides that, I mean, one second here, folks. My movie figures and Ninja Turtle stuff. So let me try and get a better there. So you got you know, Hellboy. You know, just some Ninja Turtle figures. I'm sorry for the lighting down here, folks. As you can see, there's some Ninja Turtle figures. My little Shredder section, you know, little time lapse of him. And then you have the prototype of a Nacho Libre Funko Pop and other random stuff. Just below this, we have more movie stuff. So you got Cheech and Chong, King Kong, Godzilla, and Robot Godzilla, Scarface, and then the Scarface figure, and a couple of Funko Pops in the background. Sorry for the lighting down here, folks. Can't really do much about it unless I get a really big light fixture, which don't have the money for one. But that just about does it for pretty much this whole collection, folks. Yeah, I forgot to mention I got the Nintendo 64, PS3, PS4 here, a Wii, an Xbox 360. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's black on black. You know what? I have an idea to make this shit look a bit better. One second. Bitch, turn on. Bitch. Oh, there we go. So you got a Nintendo 64, a Wii, an Xbox, PS3, PS4, and of course, the PS5. So yes. Anyways though, folks, just wanted to thank you for watching. And I know I don't have the craziest collector's room ever. I've seen other people who like literally have built rooms, or I should say like rebuilt rooms to make it like a whole lot better for their collection and stuff. And again, appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you guys are doing well. And sorry for the slow uploads as of late. Just kind of been lazy. Not really much of an excuse. But I also just wanted to say, man, as we always do, we always end up with a message. Never stop the judgment of people, or sorry. Let me reword that. Never let the judgment of people stop you from doing the things you want to do or being the person you want to be, man. No matter what we do, people will judge us. I mean, dude, you can literally wear just a certain color and people will think you're gangbanging or something like that and doing something stupid, when in reality, you just like the color red or you like the color blue. You know what I mean? So, don't try not to worry about the judgment of other people, man. You know what I mean? Just do what you find enjoyment in. And always try and make whatever it is you enjoy doing, you know, your dream or your dream. Try to make that your job. Try to find a way to make that your job, if that makes sense at all. Anyways though, hope to see you folks next time, and really appreciate y'all.